Start it off. Lock in, put a cock in, chat. We're doing the ocean is way deeper than you think. Lock in.
The ocean is really, really deep. Deeper, in fact, than most of us realize.
I'm not gonna lie. I'm scared of oceans.
If you were to shave off all of the land from the tops of every continent and island in the world and fill up the ocean's deepest points with that land, then the entire Earth would be covered in an ocean 2 miles deep.
That doesn't really make any sense. But sure.
3/4 of our planet is already covered in water, though, and it goes a lot deeper than just 2.
What if there's genuinely think, yes, it does make sense. I don't think it does. Think, what if genuinely there's like some robot that's just living down there? Like how One Piece, like we're in the third lifetime. Like what if that's in like real life? And then straight up a mech from Fortnite just comes up and eats all of us. From the ocean.
Miles. Let's start with a sense of scale. This dot right here is the size of an average human.
Right.
This slightly larger dot is the size of an elephant.
I think elephants
and this
are bigger
is
than
the
that.
size of the largest ship ever built.
No, no. Because why was somebody saying I was built like the Nock Nuvis earlier? I'm dead serious. Shut up, Jelly Boy.
The Nock Nevis. With that in mind, let's start going underwater and see what we find out. The first milestone is at 40 meters below the surface, which is the maximum depth allowed for recreational scuba diving.
Bro, Subnautica used to scare me so bad when I was a kid. Bro, from the Leviathan, genuinely shed shivers down my spine. I could not play that.
A little further down at 93 meters is where the wreck of the Lusitania was discovered, which is interesting because
40 meters is a lot? That's 110 feet? Nah, that's not even like a whole football field, bro. That's not a lot at all. That's only 30 yards. 40 meters I don't think is 30 yards, bro.
Lusitania itself is 240 meters long, which means that it sank in water shallower than it is long, so if the ship was standing on its stern or bow, it would be sticking out of the water. Just slightly deeper than that, at 100 meters, is where diving can become seriously fatal if you're not careful because of decompression sickness. But that didn't stop a man named Herbert Nitsch to accomplish the free diving world record at a depth of 214 meters.
Whoa,
this guy swam down to this level with just...
They have to have air tanks though, right? Like going back up to the surface so they can breathe always? There's no shot. Whatever happened to that one submarine that had the gaming controller and they like died? Did they ever find him? He swam with no gear and just a breath? Yo. Okay, there's no shot I'm even swimming half of this ship. A quarter of this ship with one breath. That's
single
insane.
breath.
You're lying. Okay, flip this horizontal. Shing! It's up. We're going right here. That ship isn't even out of the water yet. You're telling me he went all the way down there with one breath.
But a little further down at 332 meters, we have the scuba diving world record, which was accomplished by another man named Ahmed Gabir. If he had swam down another 111 meters, then he would have reached the height of the Empire State Building if it was submerged underwater. And a little further than that, at 500 meters below the surface, we arrive at the maximum dive depth of blue whales, the largest...
Blue whales can only go... Wait. No, that's crazy. That's now crazy though, because if blue whales can only go 500 and they're like 200,000 pounds, bro, then how does a human go down 332
creatures on the planet, and also the limit of the U.S. Seawolf class nuclear submarine. At 535 meters, we can witness the maximum dive depth of emperor penguins, and this is when we must...
And this is also where you find the ghost Leviathan.
Bring up the intensity of water pressure. At this level below the surface, the water pressure exerted on a...
How do penguins hold their breath for so long? That's insane. Oh, the guy that went down had multiple oxygen tanks. Oh, that makes sense.
Person, or the penguins, would be roughly equivalent to a polar bear standing on a quarter. So further down the depths, at 830 meters, would be the height of the Burj Khalifa in Dubai,
Which
the
is
tallest
the
building
tallest
in the world.
building. Yep.
Once we hit 1,000 meters below the surface, we begin to enter the scary zone. Light from the surface can no longer reach beyond this point, so the rest
That's where the little anglerfish come in, with the little light bulbs on their head.
of the ocean below is shrouded in permanent darkness. On top of that, the water pressure you would experience at this point would be about the same as if you were standing on the surface of the planet Venus, meaning that you would die very quickly. You would also meet the giant squid at this sea level if the water pressure
No, I thought that thing was fake. Wait, that's actually a thing? I thought the Kraken was fake. Genuinely, I know it's a video game. I had to have been 14. I would play Ark, and I would still genuinely get scared of the Kraken. Or whatever it's called. You would have 4,000 feet of water above you. You would die instantly. Yeah, that's insane. You're dumb, bro. It's a big squid, not a Kraken. Is that not what a Kraken is? Big squid? It's a giant squid dummy? Only food would motivate Trent to swim that far.
already kill you. At 1,280 meters, we reach the maximum depth dived to by the leatherback sea turtle, and further down at 1,000...
Wait, that's tough. Turtles can go down hella far.
828 meters, we would reach the deepest part of the Grand Canyon, were it to be underwater with us. Down at 2,000...
Wait, what does he mean? The deepest part of the Grand Canyon? I thought the Grand Canyon was above ground. No?
meters.
Krakens are like 50 meters tall.
We start to encounter some
Wait, but Krakens are real?
of the more terrifying sea creatures, like the ominously named black dragonfish, a carnivorous beast with a stomach that doesn't allow light to be emitted.
Bro, that's a light bulb.
Through it, meaning that since we're in total darkness underwater at this point, the only way you would ever see this thing is with
Oh, nah. That's how big it is?
a flashlight. A little further down, at
Please,
2,250 meters, we would reach the maximum depth dived to by both sperm whales and the very frightening colossal squid. Sperm whales often have sucker marks and
that fool's from One Piece.
scars left on their bodies from battles with the colossal squid that likely take place at these incredible depths.
They have beef down there? Oh, not... Bro, what is the colossal squid doing attacking this thing? He can't eat it. Why is he attacking it? The squid can just squirt on his face and like swim away. No, why is he attacking it?
The squids themselves can grow to be 14 meters long and weigh up to 750 kilograms, with eyes the size of a dinner plate and razor-sharp sickles in the middle of their tentacles. So yeah, good luck with that down there. Way further down at 3,800 meters, we can find the wreck of the RMS Titanic. And a bit past that, at 4,000 meters, we start to enter the abyssal zone of the ocean. Water pressure is at an astonishing 11,000.
Imagine fighting someone with 6,000 feet above you of water. That's like fighting with 5 tons on your back or something. Well, yeah, but I think because they're so big that it doesn't really affect them. I think that they're so big and so strong that I don't think it
pounds per square inch down here, and there are...
You think they get born down there? Like, do you think that when the squids get born, do you think they hatch down there, or will they die?
There are numerous strange, almost alien-like creatures that inhabit these depths, such as the fangtooth, anglerfish, and viperfish. Down at 4,267 meters is the average depth of the ocean, where you would normally expect to...
Average? Average? What do you mean average? Yo, what do you mean average? No. Yep. Never becoming a pirate, never becoming a marine. Navy, not
at
happening.
the floor, but there are parts
Genuinely,
of the ocean
no.
that go significantly deeper than even this. At 4,791 meters rests the wreckage of the battleship Bismarck, sunk during World War II, and way down at 6,000 meters is the beginning of the Hadal Zone, named after the underworld
it still has a
Hades
zone
itself.
So we have hell.
The water pressure down at these depths can become...
The Marianas Trench is 11,000 meters. No, you're telling me there's still 5,000 meters.
1,100 times what you would experience way back on top at the surface, which is roughly equal to an elephant balancing on a postage stamp, or a single person carrying the weight of 50 Boeing 747 jumbo jets.
Okay, yeah.
Down at these depths, you would be crushed immediately without any outside protection, but life still exists down here in various strange forms. At 6,500 meters,
they have to be like jellyfish now.
we reach...
What's good, Jonathan Jujuju?
The maximum depth that the DSV Alvin can dive to. A popular research...
Wait. We can do this? I
look, thought this was discover the Titanic. Way further down at 8,848 meters below the surface, and we have arrived at the height of Mount Everest, where to be upside down and placed underwater. And then way further past...
Isn't the highest mountain K1, or is it still Mount Everest? I thought we unlocked a new mountain.
Even that, at 10,898 meters, we arrive at the depth reached by James Cameron in 2012 during the Deep Sea Challenger mission.
Whoa, why? No. Because, genuinely, why did we make this challenge? We're making challenges to go 11,000 meters down? And a person was inside there.
Deepest point in the ocean yet reached by humans was back in 1960, though, when two men named Don Walsh and Jacques Piccard reached a depth of 10,916 meters using...
No, that's made out of, like, bricks.
...their Trieste submarine.
The government has to be hiding something. 1960? We built this, and we went down 11,000. They have to be hiding something.
It took them 5 hours to descend through the ocean to this depth, and they only stayed for 20 minutes before a window cracked and they began to resurface. Just a bit further down from there, at 10,972 meters, and we reached the average flight altitude of a commercial airliner. So if you've ever looked out of a window while on a flight and looked...
Why do we have two forms of clouds, by the way? I've always wondered that. Because there's these lower clouds that we see. But then when I'm up in the plane, I hella see another plane of clouds. I don't understand. I thought it was one cloud. And why are clouds only at that surface? They're not all the way up. I don't understand that.
Down to the ground, that's weird. A very good sense of how incredibly deep down into the abyss that we are currently at. Finally, when we hit 10,994 meters, we have hit the bottom of the known ocean, called the Challenger Deep. Right here.
The known? Known? Is that a name, or... It's the major blanket before the atmosphere. Okay. Is known like N-K-N-O-W-N, or is it actually an ocean?
This map just about 300 kilometers southwest of Guam Island. However, it is believed that there are almost certainly even deeper parts of the ocean than this that just haven't been discovered yet. It wasn't until 1997, after all, that the Sirena Deep was discovered with a depth of 10,732 meters, making it the second deepest known point in the ocean. It is estimated that only about 5% of the ocean's...
Oh, that's fun. Huh. That's fun. What? WTH is Big Chungus watching. Yep, not Big Chungus, bro. Thanks, though. Do you have a big crush on Dove?
Or has been accurately mapped, leaving the other 95% to be currently a mystery. Really? It may be only a matter of time before an even deeper part of our ocean is found, and who knows what we may discover there.
I hope I die before. W Video, though. I like this guy. No, this guy makes good videos. W Video.